Happy February. It is Down Home with Tina. Thanks so much for joining me. I have got coming up a couple of fellas from a couple of different organizations to talk about something really big that they are bringing and having and putting in Lancaster. And I'm so excited because it has to do with kids and I guess it could be adults as well. But stick around so you can find out more about what that is about. And then also, I had to call upon a friend to fill in for me today because somebody couldn't make it due to weather. And so I have Schoonover, the executive director of the Fairfield Area Humane Society. And it is going to be quite entertaining because just stick around, folks. You don't want to miss it. It's Down Home with Tina.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I'm really excited because some of the things that we get to talk about on the show are things that are going to take place in the community. And I had somebody reach out to me just recently about something new that is. There are several groups coming together to actually work on this project. And I have the honors, of course, to help them to spread the news. So with that being said, I always ask those of you that are viewers to help spread the news about the great things that are going on. And this is one of the great things. I have with me today Jeff Williams. He is an advocate for Southeast Ohio Center of Independent Living, also known as SOSL. Many of you know it as that. And then also Mike Lieber. You are past president of the Rotary Club of Lancaster, the Rotary Club, you said, of Lancaster, if I corrected, right?
Sure.
Anyways, no, I'm joking. There are a couple of Rotary Clubs, so I'm sure it's a joke.
Right.
But so anyways, you all are coming together to do an all-accessible sports complex and park, correct?
Yes.
I can't wait to hear all about it. First of all, SOSL makes complete sense as to why you all would be involved with this, right?
Yes. I recently got into it back in over the summer, actually. Derek Up kind of invited me to come to one of the meetings to the all-accessible ball field and kind of got roped in and was like, I love it. I couldn't say no. I mean, it's a great project and it's going to help so many people out to be able to get out and do different outdoor sports.
Yeah, and you're vice president.
Yes,
for this
yes.
Nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit, yes.
A nonprofit. So, and then Mike, of course, the Rotary Club is involved because of what you all do.
2 years ago, the president, Jamie Culver, said, let's do something big. Because Rotary Club does a number of projects throughout the year in the community. So let's go big. And so this idea of a park complex that would be all accessible was top on his agenda. We went to the Parks Department. They said, sure, let's redo Miller Park. And so that's where the ball field came in and we came in, and all of a sudden we're going to have a whole new Miller Park that's accessible, that's fun, kid-driven. We're excited about the opportunity.
What are some of the things that are to be expected to what you're going to have at the park? He says all accessible. Explain all accessible, please, first off.
All accessible is open to people that utilize wheelchairs on an everyday basis, walkers, lower movability, but you can also intertwine it with people that are able to, the able-bodied, the ones that can run and stuff, and they can play together and they can interact and kind of learn from each other and be friends, basically.
Yeah, it's a social gathering.
Yes.
That's really would be for them.
I tell people, think of Hunter Park as this is 2.0. This will be a little bit bigger and better, but it's the same kind of concept. I know my grandkids, and we were talking, his kids enjoy Hunter Park. Yes. I think there are going to be a lot of kids in our community who are going to enjoy the ball field and our park, and it's going to drive people to the downtown Miller Park area.
And I didn't plan on speaking about this, but I work with 4-year-olds, and we do have those who have the ability or they learn differently. And for them to be in the gen ed of the class, it's amazing to see the other kids interact and the things they'll do to help them and get them to where, showing them things. And this is really what that concept is. It's just that, of course, you're not in school for a couple of months, few months out of the year, so this gives the opportunity for the kids all to come together.
Yeah, it takes away that barrier of
it does.
Of the community and brings us together more.
I remember years ago somebody saying to me that the social group of those that do have special needs, we'll say, can be a lot smaller. But in recent years, we as a community and society has opened it up to everybody to be able to intermingle, even in jobs and working out in the employment field and things like that. And in this way, kids, the younger they are, it's just awesome. I love it.
We're all kids, right? We're all kids at heart.
Yes.
I can't say I'm not one that plays with kids on the playground when we go outside sometimes, 4-year-olds.
But you could. But you could.
I do, actually. We chase one another.
Exactly.
No.
That's the thing I like. That
Yeah.
I can get up and climb around with my grandkids, and I'm not going to go all the way to the top, but I can do something, and it's very cool and exciting to think about the possibility coming real soon.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Because this isn't something that you just go, hey, I wish for this to happen, and you snap your fingers and poof, it's there. No, we have to raise funds.
I mean,
you all need to raise funds. That's your well.
The All Access Ball Field has done a nice job in getting to this point. They've been doing it for a number of years. We're a social service club, so we're just venturing out into the world of raising money. Sherry Orlando, the former United Way director, and myself have told the club we'll work with the community and we'll get this done. We've got to raise about $800,000, and we think we can do that.
Yep.
And the community has always been supportive of projects like this. It's accessible, it's community oriented, it'll change the scope of what Miller Park is. And so we're excited about doing that, but we've got about 10 months to get that accomplished because December or January next year we're going to be ready to go.
And it's not unheard of, and I know some people don't like to talk about things like this, but for those of you who you have a heart to help the community, you can put this stuff in your, when you're in your wills or trusts and things like that, because it is a nonprofit. So you can leave your legacy behind for projects such as this. I'm not saying just this, any project, but this is a really big one that can, for years to come, generations will be able to.
Both of us, the All Access Ball Field and the Rotary Club, have funds set up at the foundation, Fairfield County Foundation. They can go directly to the foundation and make a gift.
Oh,
Yeah, because we started out, these
nice.
projects were separate, and then here recently we decided that it made more sense to pull our resources and our knowledge together to kind of make it one big project and make sure that it happens for our community, because it's going to it's going to be amazing. I mean, I just can't wait.
Oh, right. How many different what do you call them? We called them jungle gyms back in the day, but sets do you have planned for this park? Because I know you said it's going to be bigger.
There are a number. In fact, I think there's a picture on your screen, or will be very soon, of what it looks like on scale.
Okay.
There are a number of different pieces of equipment that, and I forget the number, but it's, again, accessible by all. And in fact, the highest piece goes up 21 feet up in the air, a cargo net. They told us 98 kids could be on it. Now, we're not sure we want to see.
I was going to ask you, right? Yeah, no.
We don't want to see 98 kids necessarily on there, but anyway, it's going to be huge. I think you'll be able to see it coming down Memorial Drive, even with the water plant in front of it. I think you'll be able to see it, and it's going to be huge. So I forget the number of pieces, but there are like 8 or 9 pieces. Plenty of shade. The one thing we learned from Hunter Park, you need shade. For us old people to sit under or nothing else, but you need shade, so there's plenty of shade, and so we're looking forward to. We've already got the layout. Yes. The layout's there, and the layout also leads right to the All Access Ball Field. All Access Ball Field leads to us, so it is a good coordination and partnership, even from the layout standpoint. There's going to be plenty of parking. We know we need parking. We know also though that people from the west side and downtown can walk to it. So there's that option as well.
Nice.
But we also know it'll drive people. I think people from Logan, will come in. It's going to be a huge thing.
What kind of fundraising events do you have any scheduled or planned yet, or right now you're just taking donations?
Well, we're about to solicit some individuals, but one of the things we want to do this coming spring, we have 3 or 4 members of our Rotary Club who are in bands.
Okay.
So we're going to have a band off. We're going to get the bands together and we're going to rock some music and open it to the public and have some fun, raise some money, and we're excited about that. Is one thing for sure we want to do.
Please come back and let me know when you have that set date and time and everything, because I would love to make sure that we do.
Now, and with
the news.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
With the all accessible ball field, we're just now getting into the planning stages for fundraising. You can go to playingwithoutlimits.org and do some donations there. I will tell you, our website is under construction, so we still need to update it. Our webmaster just has been unavailable recently, so but you can donate there as well.
What about for those who may not be able to be helping out in monetary ways, but they can volunteer their time? Are you taking volunteers yet? Is that something down the road that you would be more than happy to be open to?
And I think down the road,
comes
once we
to
get
that.
things established,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have professionals who are going to put the plans on paper.
Yes.
But down the road, Rotary Club is committed to trying to keep the park clean.
Yes.
And so we'll need plenty of volunteers to do that. We know from Hunter Park that it accumulates a lot of trash because a lot of people are using it. And so we want to make sure that our park, both the ball field and our Rotary Park, are kept clean. So
Yes.
while the Parks Department may be in charge of overall equipment maintaining, we know we can do little things, weeding, cleaning, that kind of thing.
So what is the date? Do we have a date? That I know you said, what, 9
Well,
months?
the
and
water
stuff like that
treatment
for
plant,
grand
my
opening?
understanding, is going to be done in December of 25.
Okay.
I thought it was 26.
We're in 25 now.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh, my goodness.
So January of 26, we think
yeah.
something may happen. There's a lot of dirt that has to be moved, but we think that we can begin to do something land-wise in 26, early 20. I guess I'm hoping by spring of 26 we'll be done.
But in the meantime, there's a whole lot of money to be raised, and
A whole lot of money to be
and
raised.
folks to hopefully be able to help out and make that.
The one thing we found out, we were talking again before you got here with us, COVID is not a good thing, but the one thing we learned from our community perspective is that people will flock to the parks.
Yes.
Because it's open air, it's fun. They found out their kids can get off their phones, and so we're excited about adding to the Parks Department, which is already a great place.
Wonderful. I love it. Contact information for anybody that would have any questions for either of you. What number would you suggest?
They can call me, Mike Lieber, 740-438-6618.
Okay.
Or just Rotary Club of Lancaster, and go to our website, and or Sherry Orlando.
Okay.
And they contact us.
Okay.
And then, like I said, we can go to playingwithoutlimits.org, and you can also give me a call at social at 740-689-1494, extension 205.
They want to send anything in whatsoever, then just make sure they make that it goes to the all accessible park, right?
Correct.
The park and the ball field,
And the
yes.
ball field, yes. Wonderful. Thank you, fellas, for
Thank
taking
you.
the time to come in, and good luck with everything. Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. It's Down Here with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I've got to just regain my composure. So some of you might know this and some of you might not. Corey Schoonover, he is the executive director of the Fairfield Area Humane Society. Many of you who do follow the show, watch the show, whatnot, you do know that I've known Corey for quite some time. And Corey used to be, back in the day when I was in radio, I say back in the day because it seems like it's been that long now, that he would be the one that, and I loved it because I really think that it helped you. I mean, it was smart. If I needed somebody to fill a spot because somebody couldn't make it that day or a couple of people, you would come in and we could talk. We could talk on the, like I could talk in a mom's point of view and you as a dad point of view. And so it was kind of cool because we could really go on and on and on and share stories. And I still think my favorite one to date is the meat sweats. And that was just because I had no idea what he was talking about, and he explained this whole thing to me. But anyways, we've had some fun, and we can really chat. And I did have somebody, due to the weather, wasn't able to make it, because weather, of course, in Ohio at this time of year in the wintertime is kind of iffy. And so I contacted Corey. We're not quite sure what we're going to get today, folks. Because I kind of called him out a little early than usual.
She violated the sacred rule of Corey.
And I know that he has certain times, but that he does not like to be, bothered or reached out by.
I have to
any
set
means at all.
boundaries, and there's
He
not a whole
does.
lot of boundary in my life anyways.
And Tina crossed the boundary. So we're not sure what boundary he's going to cross today on the show. I'm kidding.
All's fair in love and war. And
That's how long
you
we've been
know,
friends.
the 9 a.m. boundary has been breached, so.
And the 9 p.m. Is there a 9 p.m. boundary? Because I think I've breached that before too.
Yeah,
And I'm
but
like, how are you? And you're like,
that one's not as bad.
okay.
You
But I
just,
am
you know,
respectful for both. I really am. But it was an emergency.
Like 9 p.m., you might catch me in, the end of a bad day.
Yeah.
Pre 9 a.m., I haven't even started, so I don't know if it's good, bad, indifferent, and, I don't like
coffee,
to
he says.
apologize before I do something wrong. Like, that's why I reserve that for my wife, and, she's always like, why are you apologizing? I was like, I'm just prepping for whatever happens later. So this is the boat that you were in this morning, Tina.
He's apologizing, folks, before it
I
happens.
mean, I'm gonna apologize to you guys.
No,
Like, hey,
you're perfect. I'm just grateful that you do come, and when I'm able to have somebody,
absolutely.
on last minute and stuff. So you have been very successful, I like to say, with the Fairfield Area Humane Society and all of the things that you've done. Even back in the day when you would stop it, be able to make it last minute, and we'd talk for an hour because we can talk. But you guys do have some things that are going on that's coming up here just a few days away, and it is an event that you said you've never done before, because it was news to me. I'd never heard this. What is it called? And when I say news to me, that's surprising because, again, I've followed you guys. I'm a big advocate for the Humane Society.
you're like, wait a minute.
What is that,
Did
and
you
why do I not
change
know
your
about
event?
it?
So it's new. It's called Raise the Wolf. If you haven't seen it, it's because I've done a poor job of getting it out there.
Because
just
you didn't tell me.
plain and simple. There were some. It was a reschedule. So it's our first foray into sit down, buy a ticket, come sit down, have dinner, entertainment, drinks, silent auctions. I want to say a little fancier than what we normally do. Does
Higher
that make
end
sense?
type of thing, yes, than what you've done with the.
Most people know Wolfstock, right? So
That's
Wolfstock
definitely
is
the-
in the summer, first Sunday in August.
Laid back, wear your shorts, flip-flops,
You're
things like
coming
that.
and sweating with everybody, and that's just what we're doing,
Yes, yeah.
So this is the total opposite. You're going to freeze on the way, and then you're going to get warm with some cocktails. Comedian, there's a magician, there's a hypnotist. Now, there is some question on, is Corey going to be able to be hypnotized and get his hair cut? I don't know if that's going to work.
This is all due to COVID, just FYI, folks. That
Well,
don't know Corey,
yeah.
haven't known him before.
Midlife crisis, COVID, whatever.
Okay, all of the above.
But then I thought, do we just silent auction this haircut?
Oh.
I mean, a couple $1,000, folks, I'll cut my hair for you.
Do you? I'm
Tina's
not
like,
trying to
"Wait."
be like, yeah, because you don't color your hair. Do you color your hair? No. I'm not trying to be too personal. The reason why, because if you do cut it and they auction it, it can be given.
True.
It can be given.
Yeah.
People, because who color with hair? I do. I'm not going to be ashamed to say that.
I wear the
color my
stress
hair, so
right
I
on my
can't cut and
face,
grow it and then
yeah.
cut it and give it away. for, yeah.
My kids like to give me a hard time, like, Dad, you gonna try the
beard
coloring? I'm like, no, I'm gonna wear the stress of you on my face. Like, that's what it is.
Since the day you were born and continue forever.
Like,
now it's just in the hair.
Yes,
color.
whether it's the meat sweats or the stress, it makes the beard whatever.
Just a little on the meat sweats.
Yeah.
One of your children, I just have to add this in there for full disclosure on that part of it, was we were talking and your son had just decided to become a vegetarian after you went to the grocery store and bought all this meat. And he was like, the meat was not going to go bad, so you were eating a bunch of meat.
Yeah.
So he literally was talking about
Y'all
meat
know
sweats.
what I'm talking about when you're
The
trying
guys
to
do.
get to, you get stuff at the grocery, it's already expensive. You don't want to throw anything away. That happened to me just recently. I went to the store. I've been going to the grocery lately, picked up that chore. I don't mind it. I get some weird looks from people in the grocery, like, what's this man doing by himself at the grocery, right? But I get home, I have bought the wrong deli meat.
Again, okay, the
So
wrong
I'm
deli
like,
meat this time.
Great. So,
Not an overabundance now, but
brings back memories of the meat sweats. Like, I got a lot of that. I got to eat it because it's not, $13 a pound or whatever.
no, right. You
Anyways,
have to. You can't waste food.
Speaking about
but
fancy
anyways,
meat, Raise the Wolf.
Yes.
It's February 8th, so it's coming up.
So they're going to be fancy meat? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What is expected for the dinner? What dinner is?
It's catered, creative catering. There's a chicken option. There's a beef option.
Okay.
It's one of those like 3-course meal deals. It's from 6 to 10. It's real simple. So if you don't have a ticket yet and you're like, last minute, what am I doing on a cold Saturday night? You're coming to Raise the Wolf to support the Humane Society. So it's $125. Like I said, dinner, entertainment, bring your checkbook, have some fun.
And it is considered as a write-off, right?
Yeah,
For
it's
people,
it's a
businesses
nonprofit.
can do it
So
as a
yeah,
nonprofit.
absolutely.
Yeah, because it's
So
all
we have-
nonprofit.
Yeah, and I don't have all the stuff in front of me because you breached the 9 a.m. thing, so I'm not totally prepared, right? So
Sorry.
a lot of great sponsors. If you hop on our website at fairhumane.org, we have an events page, and on the events page it has everything. And really, if you're on Facebook and you haven't seen it, then you need to be on Facebook more. And I don't usually promote being on Facebook more.
when it has to do with the Humane Society.
But for us,
Absolutely.
yes, please. If you're not following, you need to. But it's to the point where it's last minute. I get it. But you got to come check it out. But you can order the tickets right online on our website. That's where I was going with that. So
I just have to tell folks this one because we only got a couple of minutes left about all of this. So we used to talk. This is crazy. When we were doing radio, we were like, you know what we need to do, the two of us, because we never did sit down and write out what we were going to talk about.
it was,
We
hey,
could
what
just
do you
sit
want to talk
down.
about? Well, I don't know.
I don't know. And then we would just go for an entire, when it was an hour radio show, it was 40 minutes of talk. And we could fill every bit of that without knowing exactly, but it always worked out for us. So when you said that, you said we need to have a video in here when we're doing this radio thing, and we need to, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm going with this.
We're
It's
always
like, and
real
here we are.
close, and we both talk with our hands. So I think we talked about punching each other in the face at some
On
point, like you're
accidents
gonna
and
like
hitting the mic,
swing.
and but no.
Now to see it on video, we could.
Yeah, we do this, and it's worked out, and you're able to come. And fairhumane.org, folks, for adopting
Please.
a cat or dog, kittens,
Yeah, we got
puppies.
so much going on. We could do the 40 minutes, but we can't because I'm tired.
And I
I was
violated.
disturbed too early. I have to go take a nap. So you know what I'm going to be doing the rest of the day.
Has had his coffee. He's going to be griping about Tina for the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
That she violated his.
You're welcome.
What's your address and phone number over?
1721 Granville Pike. You can give us a call, 740-687-0627. Buy your tickets at fairhumane.org.
Always awesome having you, Corey. Thank you so
You're welcome.
much for responding this morning.
Always a pleasure.
Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. It's Down Home with Tina.
I believe recovering from self is one of the bravest things that anybody can do. And it is an absolute honor to be able to witness people evolve, grow, find purpose in their lives.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I like helping veterans, and I think I like that my job is never the same day to day. Every day brings a new set of challenges to overcome and new people to help, so it's always changing.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Down Home with Tina is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. So folks, I have had a lot of things happen in the last month and a half is what I'll say. And when we have things happen, sometimes we just have to take it in stride and be like, okay, not quite sure why we have to face certain things, but I did. I hit a deer with a car that I had, a vehicle, going 75 miles per hour down the freeway. And I had turned my head, and when I had turned it back, I saw like a brown blur is what it was when I hit it. The way that it hit was the front right corner of my vehicle, and I didn't know it was a deer for sure. So anyways, it ended up being totaled, the car. This was towards the end of the year. And then after that, because it was totaled, I had to go get another vehicle. So I'm looking for another vehicle, and I find a vehicle. I really like it. I didn't buy it brand new, but it's only got like 30,000 miles on it. And I'm now driving it. And I'm driving down the road, and I see something ahead of me. I wasn't going 75 because it wasn't on the highway or the interstate, but it was where I was going 55 miles per hour, and I could see something ahead of me. And I call it like an optical kind of illusion, like when you see something that you think you see it and you think it's moving, like going somewhere, because it had a strap was waving, and so the wind was making it wave like this. I thought it was going to blow across on the road, so right as I got to it, I realized it was not moving, and I go to swerve to go around it. Well, I hit it with my tire. So I hit it with my tire, get a flat tire, and I went for maybe, I don't want to say a mile, if that. Not driving super fast because I knew I had a flat tire, because a friend of mine, she had worked just down the road, and I pulled in there, and I'm going, why is this happening to me? I don't know why this is happening to me. Anyways, I get it to the tire shop, and they have to put on a spare tire. Now I'm driving for a few days because not only did I need a new tire, I needed a new rim. And that is quite expensive. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So anyways, long story short is what I want to share with you is I had to drive around with a spare for a few days. When the speed limit is 60 miles per hour and you can't go more than 50 miles per hour, some people get upset. So what I started to do after a couple of days into this, I started to put on my flashers. So this is what the moral of my story is. Sometimes in life, some people need to put on their flashers. We don't have flashers to put on. So in other words, because when I put my flashers on for my car, people behind me who was coming up on me really fast and riding really close to me, because they didn't know I had a flat tire or a spare on. They didn't know I couldn't go any more than 50. Some people can't go more than 50 in life, right, folks? So sometimes look at it in a different perspective to know that they need to go a little slower right now because they have a whole lot going on. So even though we can't have flashers, sometimes we need them. I hope you have a great week, folks. Thanks for watching the show. It's Down Home with Tina. God bless and good day.